For individuals with mobility challenges, a disabled parking permit can make daily life much easier. Accessible parking spaces provide closer access to building entrances and offer additional room for safely entering and exiting a vehicle. These accommodations help people maintain independence and continue participating in everyday activities such as attending medical appointments, shopping, working, and visiting loved ones. However, not everyone who qualifies for a disability parking permit is able to complete the application process themselves. Some individuals may have health conditions that make it difficult to travel, complete paperwork, or visit government offices. In these situations, many people wonder whether a family member can apply for a disabled parking permit on their behalf. The good news is that in many cases, a family member or caregiver can assist with the application process. While the exact rules vary depending on the state, most states allow someone to help submit the application as long as the individual with the disability meets the eligibility requirements and provides the necessary medical certification. A disabled parking permit is issued to a person with a qualifying medical condition that significantly limits their ability to walk or move safely over long distances. The permit allows that individual to park in designated accessible parking spaces. Even when a family member helps complete the application, the permit still belongs to the person with the disability, not to the person submitting the paperwork. The first step in the process is confirming eligibility. Most states require applicants to have a medical condition that limits mobility. Qualifying conditions often include severe arthritis, neurological disorders affecting movement, heart or lung diseases that limit physical activity, and conditions that require the use of mobility aids such as crutches, walkers, braces, or wheelchairs. Temporary conditions may also qualify. For example, someone recovering from surgery or a serious injury that limits walking ability may be eligible for a temporary disability parking permit. Once eligibility is determined, a licensed healthcare provider must verify the medical condition. A doctor, nurse practitioner, or other authorized medical professional typically completes part of the application form to certify that the applicant meets the medical requirements. This medical certification is one of the most important steps in the process because it ensures that accessible parking permits are issued only to individuals who genuinely need them. After the medical certification is completed, the application can be submitted to the appropriate state agency, usually the Department of Motor Vehicles or a similar transportation authority. At this stage, a family member can often assist with submitting the application. They may help fill out the forms, gather required documentation, and deliver or mail the paperwork to the proper office. In many states, applications can also be completed online. Online applications can be especially helpful for individuals who have difficulty traveling or who cannot easily visit government offices in person. Even when a family member handles the paperwork, the application must include accurate information about the individual with the disability. The permit is issued in the name of the person with the qualifying condition, not the caregiver or family member assisting with the process. Once the application is approved, the disability parking permit is issued. The permit may be mailed to the applicant's home or provided at a motor vehicle office depending on how the application was submitted. After receiving the permit, it must be displayed clearly whenever the vehicle is parked in a designated accessible parking space. Display rules vary slightly depending on state regulations, but the permit must always be visible so that parking enforcement officers can confirm that the vehicle is authorized to use the space. It is important to remember that the permit can only be used when the person to whom it was issued is present in the vehicle. For example, if a family member drives the person with the disability to a medical appointment or store, the permit can be used to park in an accessible space. However, the permit should never be used when the eligible individual is not in the vehicle. Misuse of a disability parking permit can lead to fines, penalties, or revocation of parking privileges. Family members and caregivers often play a crucial role in helping individuals with disabilities maintain independence and mobility. Assisting with the application process for a disability parking permit is one way they can help reduce physical barriers and improve access to public spaces. There are typically two types of disability parking permits available: temporary and permanent. Temporary permits are issued for conditions expected to improve over time, such as recovery from surgery or injury. These permits have expiration dates that correspond with the expected recovery period. Permanent permits are issued for long-term or lifelong conditions that significantly limit mobility. Even permanent permits may require periodic renewal depending on state regulations. Family members can often assist with renewal as well. Keeping track of expiration dates and completing renewal paperwork helps ensure that the permit remains valid and that accessible parking privileges continue without interruption. Accessible parking spaces are designed to support safety, independence, and accessibility for individuals with mobility challenges. These spaces reduce the distance between parking and building entrances and provide additional room for safely entering or exiting a vehicle. For individuals who are unable to complete the application process themselves, assistance from family members can make a significant difference. By helping with paperwork, gathering medical documentation, and submitting applications, family members can ensure that their loved ones receive the accessibility accommodations they need. While the permit application process may vary slightly from state to state, the overall goal remains the same: to provide individuals with mobility impairments the ability to access public spaces safely and conveniently. If you or a loved one may qualify for a disability parking permit but need help completing the application, contacting your state's motor vehicle department or speaking with a healthcare provider can provide guidance on the next steps. With the proper medical certification and completed application, a family member can often assist in obtaining a permit that helps improve mobility, accessibility, and independence for someone who needs it. We truly hope this video made things clearer for you. Navigating the disabled parking process can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. If you need a handicapped placard or plate and want a simpler, more convenient option, visit handicappedparking.com. We connect you with licensed doctors online so you can complete everything from home without the stress or guesswork. Our mission is to make the process easier and help you gain the independence and mobility you deserve. If you're unsure about your eligibility or running into obstacles, reach out to us. We're here to help guide you every step of the way. Make sure to subscribe for more helpful information about handicap parking permits and drop your questions in the comments below. We're always glad to support our community. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.